Hey, Nick.
Hey, buddy.
I saw an ad for a new company this weekend.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, apparently they're going to be making prosthetic limbs for pets.
Here we go.
Oh, what are you talking about? This is real. It's
Okay.
called Faux Paws.
Uh,
We don't have it yet. Hello and welcome to this week's We Don't Have It Yet. Today is March 25th, I believe, is when you'll be listening to this. 2026. I am Wyatt, as always, with my good buddy Nick. How are you, Nick?
Hi. I'm here, mildly stressed. I have 80-year-old parents staying with me. Pray for Mojo. And it's spring break for the kid.
How long have they been there so far for you to feel like
Just
this?
like 36 hours.
Perfect. So it's going great. So this week we are going to be doing a few fun things, I think. We are going to talk about me finally being able to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 in theaters 35 years after the release. Nick's watched a few movies. We've got a kind of fun chump/champ of the week. We've got some Major League Baseball opening day discussion. As you're listening to this, it will be opening night for Major League Baseball, and I think that has both of us excited. We've got our Backlog Buster Brothers discussion. I had watched Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and Nick possibly played Cult of the Lamb. Then we've got some new assignments for each other, and, probably a lot of tangents in between.
Yeah, we may get to at least half of that stuff.
And before we get right into it, I know we teased this the last couple weeks. We're going to do another giveaway. How about that, right? Last time we gave away, I believe it was an R36T Max. You're going to have to correct me there because this is more your domain than mine.
No, it's your domain now. I sent them all to you. So it's your
Yeah, you
problem
jerk.
now. No. Yeah, it is the ASOL PC R36T Max, kind of fake CRT 1 screen unit. I don't know. It's a fun little machine, and there'll be more coming. But yeah, what do you say? Leave us a review and send us proof of that, and you too could be a winner.
Yeah,
Sound
I
about
mean,
right?
if you've already left us a review, just send us that same screenshot showing that you've left us a review. You could either email it to us at our email address, which is we don't have it yet at gmail.com, or if you're on Blue Sky, which I feel like half the people at least that listen to us are, you
Yeah.
can just tag us in a post and show us the screenshot.
Or a DM. Yeah, it doesn't have to be public.
Yeah. Or yeah, if you don't want to let people know that you listen to us, which is quite fair, you can just
Just
you can keep it on the slide.
show a screenshot. Give us a way to get in touch with you. We'll send you a handheld if you win. We're on the up and up, I promise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at the one that we gave away last time because I may or may not have had a chance to get it to Greg yet, but he's seen pictures of it, so hey.
Hey, he knows it
that's pretty
exists.
good. Also, he lives close enough to me that you got to give it to him. If you live halfway across the country, it'll be a little easier for me to just ship it to you. I just can't see shipping something 30 minutes away, despite the fact that it would have been there at this point.
Yeah, don't do that. That's okay.
Yeah. So I went and saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 in the theater.
I'm excited to hear about this.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
You just went with, I would assume, at least one buddy of similar age that you grew up on Turtles with.
Oh yes, my good friend Derek. He's also my Mortal Kombat buddy. We were both very sad when the Mortal Kombat 2 movie got pushed back, but we've already have date plans to go see that. I believe in May when the date got pushed back. But yeah, it was me and my buddy Derek. We went out and grabbed a bite to eat first over at a local brewery kind of restaurant. I've got just your basic smash burger and what was it that I got? A banh mi hot dog.
Ooh, I think you sent the menu from this place before you went. Is that? Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe I told you got to try the banh mi hot dog. Talk to me about this.
Well, I'll start with the smash burger because
Fair.
it was actually a lot better than I would have thought. I mean, smash burgers are smash burgers. As we've said on this website, on this web show, on this podcast. Look at words. Burgers
Make
that are
burgers
wider are better.
wider.
Yes, burgers that are wider are better than burgers that are taller. So I've always been a fan of, I guess,
The
smash
smash.
burgers. Yeah, it was pretty good. I wanted to get on their menu, and I showed it to you, the Seattle burger, which was a double smash burger with cream cheese, sriracha, grilled onions, and they didn't have it, which kind of made me sad. So I just got your basic smash burger, which was just lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, I think ketchup, mustard, mayo, maybe, and pretty good. It was it was bar food, so it was more expensive really than it needed to be, but
Yeah, such
was
is
good.
everywhere now.
Yeah, the banh mi dog, yeah, which I got, which was essentially just a hot dog with some pickled vegetables, cucumber, and sriracha. It also came with cilantro, but I said please keep that cilantro off of my hot
Are
dog
you a
because I
soap?
do
You're a
not feel
soap
like eating
person?
soap. Yeah, no,
Yeah, you're a soap person.
I've got that allergy that tells me that this is poison. Do not eat it.
All right, so that was my main question. Besides the obvious like toppings and accoutrement, is whether it was just a regular hot dog, because that could
Yeah,
definitely work fine for banh mi, honestly.
Yep, no, it was just a regular. I mean, not like your bar S hot dog, but it was a pretty good. I'm not sure what they use for their hot dog product, but
I
it
think
had a
the
nice.
most base of your banh mi sandwich is pate. So
Yes,
hot
that
dog.
basically
It's, both
it's
are
low class pate.
yeah, just both are an amalgamation of parts, shall we say?
Yeah, but it was pretty good. It was different. I could have just got either they also serve banh mi. They served other types of hot dogs, but that seemed like the go-to move. But
Yeah, that's a have to try one.
yeah, so I would probably go back there. They also had a Cubano dog, which I would try the next time I go, I think, and that's hot dog, ham, Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard, I believe.
Well, actually, speaking of meals, before we get into your movie, I got the chance yesterday to try out the OG location of Fratello's, which
Oh,
I
yes.
took you to Fratello's 2 for a beef and dog, and they had apparently lost most of their kitchen staff due to we're not sure reasons, but they were
Yeah.
clearly having an off day, and the food reflected that. But I went to the original location about 30 minutes north yesterday, and am happy to report that it was quite delightful.
So you're saying we're going to have to go there later this year when
We
I come
might
out?
have to go there, yeah. I got a Maxwell Street Polish that was pretty awesome. Kiddo got his standard chili dog. My dad got a full Chicago Polish, which I've never actually had. I have to
What's
try it at some
Chicago
point.
Polish?
So it's just a Chicago dog, but
Just Polish sausage instead?
the full giant Polish sausage on the French roll rather than hot dog and bun. But
Yeah, that could be good.
double up on the pickles, the tomatoes, the sport peppers. It's just a larger version of everything with a Polish sausage. So nothing that's gonna suck. But for those that don't know, the Maxwell Street Polish is a grilled Polish with sautéed onions and mustard on a French roll. And that's one of my favorites versus just your standard Chicago. Now, nobody got a beef, so I can't speak to the quality there. But
I'm
the dogs were
surprised.
damn good.
So I think if and when I come back out this year, I think maybe we'll have to do a Fratello's versus Fratello's 2 challenge and go grab one from each place.
Look, we still got. There's too many other places on the list to hit, man. You still haven't had Scooby's, and there's a million others. Yeah, we'll make a list.
We had Scooby's.
We'll make a list.
Didn't we?
Did we have?
Didn't Wes bring us Scooby's when he came over?
Oh yeah, he did. You're right.
Yeah, I haven't eaten at Scooby's, but.
Oh, okay.
I know. You
make
can
a
throw
list.
a rock
We'll
and hit 45 hot dog places in
Yes,
Chicago.
exactly. So. And we'll try our damnedest to do so. But before I derailed us, how was Turtles 2?
It was really good. I actually haven't seen it in probably...
That was going to be my first question. When was the last time you saw it?
A couple decades, maybe college, I think. So early 20s, maybe early to mid 20s. And I gotta say, it's better than I would have expected or like remembered.
Mhm.
It's not as good as the first one, and nobody will ever tell you that it's as good as the first one. But between how bad 3 is and how good 1 is, 2 definitely was closer to 1 than it was 3.
Okay, well, fair.
Like,
I
I
haven't. I've
know
never seen 3. For anybody that didn't hear our discussion last week, and I haven't seen 2 probably in just as long as it's been for you. So I was kind of coming into this wondering how you were going to see it as an adult.
I think I'm going to have you watch 3 at some point, and I will watch it again myself. But it's so bad. Like
I have the
it's one of
Blu-rays. I
those.
have the whole trilogy on Blu-ray from a library sale, so I have them available. I'm
Yeah,
just sitting here. I'm staring at the GIF because it really encapsulates Turtles 2 for me. Is the stupid part of Donnie at the beginning, like first Major versus the Foot Clan fight scene in the movie, and he's pushing this clown that I guess just wobbles back and
it's like
forth,
a
and that's
Weeble.
what the toy is.
Weebles wobble
And
and they don't fall down.
yeah, and he like breaks the fourth wall and looks directly at the camera and is like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And it was like the dumbest fucking scene, and it still gets me kind of heated. Like, why that was in the movie, and then he pretends to be a wobble thing for the stupid Foot Clan member that gets confused. And it was like, if that doesn't perfectly represent the change from the first movie to the second movie, I don't know what does. Because for anyone that doesn't know, there was a bunch of mom groups after the first movie came out that complained that it was way too violent and it was going to destroy children and all that good stuff. So they dialed it back big time for the second one. And well, with you watching it now compared to when you were a kid, did you notice that?
I mean, I noticed it in the sense of us having the discussion last week, and you
Mm-hmm.
being you telling me that because I mean I'm sure I knew that that was a thing, but I haven't really thought about it. So going in watching it, I had in my head, oh yeah, there was a group of parents that didn't it was too violent. It needed to be it shouldn't be for children, and
Eat a dick!
and it was very obvious watching it that they tried to work around the like limitations I feel like that was put on them, and I think they did a
Exactly.
really good job of it, honestly. Like like you don't really see Michelangelo use his nunchucks, but he picks up a couple dried like pepperonis and uses them as
Yes.
nunchucks. Like you see Leonardo has his swords, and instead of actually slashing anyone with them, he throws them up into the ceiling and uses them to hold on to like kick
It
some
was
of
they
these
came
foot
up with
soldiers.
creative solutions for given roadblocks, and
Yeah,
I'll
and I
give
think
the
they did a good
filmmakers
job with
credit.
it.
Yeah.
They did a really good job with it. There was one part that I was like, wow, this was definitely things that are done in movies are done on purpose. Like there's no way that this line was put in the movie and it was like, oh yeah, this was a mistake. Someone's gonna find this funny that probably shouldn't.
Oh, I'm excited
But
about this.
yeah, so the Turtles quick synopsis, I'm not gonna give the movie away. I know it's been 35 years, but hey, maybe there's someone that
Hey, dude, you
wants
can
to see it for the first
spoiler it
time.
up for Secrets of the Ooze here. Come on.
But end of the first movie, the Foot Clan takes over, where the turtles stayed in the sewers and they needed to find a new place to stay. April O'Neil lets them crash at her pad for a little bit, and so I think April comes back, needs to talk to Splinter, and she says, where's Splinter? And all the guys kind of like, oh, I don't know. And you just hear Splinter, or he said, I'm going to butcher it because I can't remember the line exactly, but essentially it was a cum joke. And I just lost it in the theater because it was like, what is Splinter doing or something someone said. And he just comes in the background. He's like, coming down from the, like, it was like a very clear pause that was
Ah,
meant to be like an adult like joke just slid in there. And it was so dumb, but it just made me laugh because I don't know. I guarantee you, I mean, I probably realized it when I watched it in college, and I probably had the same exact reaction I had at 38 that I had at 20.
which was.
But yeah, exactly. Like that was silly. Just because I was not expecting it, which is really the humorous part of it, because there was no other real jokes of that tone or anything throughout the rest of the movie, which is also why I feel like they just had to slide that one in there to have it. But I mean, the biggest disappointment for everyone, and seeing it now, it's not a disappointment because I knew it, but everyone thought that you were going to see Bebop and Rocksteady from the cartoons, and you got Toka and Razor instead, which were a turtle and a wolf, I believe. They got the ooze put on them to turn them into super soldiers, I suppose. Yeah, the snapping turtle. Yes, that had razor spikes on his back when he became a mutant.
That was an odd decision, and I don't really know why you'd go that route, other than we just want to do our own thing, I guess.
So funny enough, I actually, before we started recording this, I was reading an interview with the two stunt people that played Toka and Razor, and asking them about that, and supposedly
doing the background work. Look at this guy.
Yeah, well, it's fun for me, but supposedly Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman didn't like how dumb that Bebop and Rocksteady were, and they wanted to create, two mutants that would have been, I guess, more intelligent, like scarier to fight. And I think,
better villains kind of thing.
Yes. But of course, with the way things went, and I think this idea happened before they essentially got neutered when it came to creating the movie. Because obviously these two new mutants, if you remember anything about the movie, are even dumber than Bebop and Rocksteady because they're essentially like infants and they're growing up.
It's funny you say it because the character designs are like actually pretty intimidating. The animatronic characters are like meant to look pretty scary, but then they go mama. Which
that
undermines the whole thing.
Yeah, that itself seems like it was something that kind of got shoehorned in because they're like, crap, we can't we got to make this a little more
the whole movie just reeks of studio involvement, saying you're not going to screw up our toy sales. So I think maybe you got as far as them still looking, by design quite intelligent.
Which I will say,
not intelligent, but ferocious, perhaps.
All of these characters, the turtles, Splinter, the bad guys, everything. Jim Henson Studios created them, and they did do a really good job. Not as good as the first movie, which looked amazing, but compared to the third movie, which looks terrible, the costumes are awesome.
It's a stylistically different take, and it is much lighter and closer to that Henson type world when you compare it to the first one.
Yes,
but I wouldn't call that bad.
No, it's not. Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
So just not to go too deep into the weeds, but I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be going in. Like I knew I was going to enjoy myself because I enjoy those movies. But once the movie ended, I was like, you know what? That wasn't a great movie, but I enjoyed myself, and I wasn't like, oh man, this is just schlock. And
no, you have a connection to it from your childhood, so you're always going to be able to look at it in a favorable light.
Like Howard the Duck.
I can't do it with Howard the Duck. That movie's wild. I just can't believe I was able to watch that as a kid.
Yeah, same.
I'll watch it again, and I think I have to watch the third one at this point.
Oh, you definitely do. Just I will tell you flat out, like that one is terrible, and everyone will tell you that. But it's one of those terribles that you have to see.
And that's one murder that had a happy ending.
So while we're on the movie train, I hear that you watched a couple movies this past week.
Oh yeah, we got a few in. I might have to assign one, if not both, of these to you. But Friday watched Cold Storage, which is kind of a weird choice for Joe Keery from Stranger Things to have picked for his first big role since Stranger Things.
Did his hair look nice?
His hair does look quite good and different from the show, so I'll give him that.
All right.
But if you've watched the trailer for this movie, you'd kind of be like, wow, he's really just jumping right into that kind of same weird world. But if you've watched the movie, it's not that at all. And it was quite good. I enjoyed it. It's just maybe marketed a little wrong. But Cold Storage is a brand new horror comedy. And it's got Liam Neeson is kind of the old head major badass experience guy, and Joe Keery from Stranger Things fame plays a ex-convict working at a storage facility, along with Georgina Campbell, who I don't think I was really familiar with this. Or
I'm
prior
not
familiar with prior to this. She was in a Black Mirror episode, but I can't recall it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But long and the skinny of it, without giving too much away, is there's this fungus that appeared from a meteor strike many, many years ago and has been safely in this government cold storage facility, which has been abandoned and turned into a yourself storage facility. And you know what happens from there, it gets out. And we got a zombie type situation going on. And I guess it's a little different from the standard zombie formula because it's a fungus and it's kind of taken from that Last of Us kind of world in that sense.
That's what I was going to say. As soon as you said, fungus and everything.
Yeah, it's pulling from a lot of things that are very popular and hot right now, kind of thing. But it's all done very tongue-in-cheek, very self-aware comedy, kind of slapstick gore, a lot of exploding people and things like that. But some of the stuff, as far as the infection goes, was a lot of fun, and I won't ruin anything there. But there's great lines where it's supposed to be like the parasites or the fungus, controlling your brain, and the guy that wants to infect everybody or that is infected, and he's like, would you please just let me throw up in your mouths? I just really want to throw up in your mouths for some reason right now. So you can kind of tell what you're getting into from there. But overall, great Friday night fare. I'll say that. I probably won't remember much about this movie down the line, but, if you need a good time and don't have to think a whole lot on a Friday, check out Cold Storage.
So that's kind of maybe a modern day, B movie?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, it's like a tight 90 minutes and knows exactly what it is. You're pretty much having fun the whole way. The other one I watched, which was a completely out of left field find, and I don't know where my wife ended up finding it, was a Dust Bunny. Are you familiar with this at all?
I have not heard of that.
Okay, so this was Dust Bunny is a 2025 movie starring Mads Mikkelsen, who feels like he's in just about everything these days. Along with a child star who I wasn't familiar with prior to this, Sophie Sloane. And it's got favorite actor of the show that we've discussed several times on here, David Dastmalchian. Dastmalchian, however you say it.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody's favorite weirdo character actor. Love him. And Sigourney Weaver. And
I don't know how I've not heard of this.
I had never heard of it, seen the poster, anything. And I loved this movie. So basically the story is that this little girl is complaining to her parents, or who we think are her parents, that there's a monster under her bed. And no one believes her, of course, and tells her to go to sleep until her parents eventually disappear. And Mads Mikkelsen is her neighbor across the hall in the apartment building. And she notices that he goes out into the night and attacks and kills people because he's a hitman. And so she hires him to kill the monster under her bed. And we're off to the races from there. So this is a wild mashup of hard R violent action movie and never-ending story, kids movie, dream, creatures under the bed type thing. It's wild. And I think I'm going to have to assign this to you at some point, or you just need to watch it, because it really straddles a few lines. And there were multiple points in watching the movie where I was like, what am I watching right now? Very, very different. And everything feels sort of familiar, like you've seen it before, but it's really playing with those kind of established tropes. I'm
I
trying to
gotta
think.
ask, just
Yeah,
because I
go right
looked
ahead.
quickly at this because I wanted to look it up, and one of the like top questions about this movie is Dust Bunny a kids film? And the answer is that it's a fun action thriller for kids and adults, and it's a kid-friendly gateway horror movie. Would you agree with that?
Kid friendly in like, I mean, I think it'd be like 7th grade kid friendly.
Yeah, I'm not really
I'm
sure
not
what they
gonna.
mean by kid, so
This would scare the shit out of my 10-year-old dude, 9-year-old, however old he is. There are plenty of parts in this where I'm like, damn, man, like, yeah, it's kind of scary. Um, it's extremely violent, so I don't know. What was this rated? This had
R.
was that? Yeah, I was saying this felt like it was a pretty hard R throughout. No, it is not appropriate for children. It centers around a child and is kind of like a childish story base. But no, yeah, you could show this as like gateway horror to like a 13 or 14-year-old maybe. But it's definitely not a kids movie. Yeah, don't show this to your niece or anything.
I'm just, I don't know. It's making me laugh that I would love to see someone that, Google's Dust Bunny, sees this, like, oh yeah, it's good for kids, and they're watching it with, their 8-year-old.
I mean, I'm looking at the poster right now, and it's quite fantastical. But they make no bones about that there are a lot of guns and firearms in the movie. So I would hope that would at least tip you off to something in the trailer.
Yeah, some people need the internet to raise their children, so they wouldn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, written, produced, and directed by Brian Fuller, who's known for creating the television series.
Oh yeah, he did
Pushing Daisies and Hannibal. I've never seen
and
either of those.
American Gods.
I've never seen any of that.
Yeah,
so
you've never watched Pushing Daisies?
He was a writer on Star Trek Voyager and Deep Space Nine and co-creator of Star Trek Discovery. Now, I don't know, but besides Star Trek, I don't think I know any of these things. I assume Hannibal was the Hannibal Lecter TV show.
Yeah. With Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, well, there you go. How about that?
If you haven't seen Pushing Daisies, that's something, and it probably won't be something I assign because it's a couple seasons, maybe 20 episodes or so. But that was a really, really good TV show that ended up getting caught, I believe, in the writer's strike back in 2009. I think.
It looks like it was a ABC sitcom.
Yeah, it was super good, and then the writer's strike killed it, and it never got an ending, which a lot of people were sad about.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah. So, but if you have the chance, Dust Bunny, good time. I'll hope that you do watch it because I'd love to hear your take on this because good, bad, or in between, you can't say that it's not different and original. It very much is, and it's pulling like mid-80s on the old RT meter, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think this would be a very hard sell to get Caitlin to watch, so that's probably something we will watch in the next couple of weeks.
The only thing that it's not great in the effects department. Clearly had some budget constraints that they did the most they could with. But yeah, if you're looking for like the best CGI that you've ever seen, it's not going to be that movie. Some of the stuff is almost given like a stop motion animated feel, which I really appreciated and liked. But well, like I said, I'll have to wait for you to see it before I ruin anything more.
Well, speaking of ruining things,
I do ruin many things.
I recently bought myself a nice little accessory for my van.
Okay, and then you promptly ruined it, or?
I mean, let's get into it.
All right. Oh, this sounds good. This sounds like it could be chumpy.
Maybe.
Oh.
So I'm sure most people that have followed the podcast know I bought myself a 1985 Volkswagen Vanagon almost 2 years ago to the day. It's a vehicle that I've wanted essentially my entire life. If
the apple of his eye.
Yes, it looks like a brick. A lot of people remember the old Volkswagen bus. This was the generation after that. Looks like a brick, drives like a brick, but they're fun as hell. And I bought it knowing that I was going to need to do some work to it. It's been quite a bit of work. Some of it fun to do, some of it frustrating when your shift linkage just drops when you're trying to drive home and you can't shift into anything, and then you have to teach yourself how to rebuild shifting linkages, which
Well, at
I
least
can
you got
say
to
I
learn
did.
something.
Yeah. I did it, and as far as I know, it's been working for the last 6 months or
I
so.
never want to do it again.
I mean, if I had to do it again, it wouldn't be too bad because now I know how to do it, and I would not repeat the same mistakes. Like, let me just give you a quick tip here. If you are ever having to mark something for alignments and you have vehicle parts that are covered in grease, clean the grease off before you
Yeah.
mark your alignment. Seems very basic and, something that most people would know. You think I would? Nope. So, that was fun.
That's just one of those things that you don't think about in the moment, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
is really easy for me to point at and laugh at you from
Oh, yeah.
my seat over here. But yeah,
And you know what? I sat there and pointed, laughed at myself when I went to go put it back together and went, you dummy. So thankfully, what I do when I'm doing all the work on my van, for whatever reason, vanity, who knows, I take photos of my work as I go along. So I was able to look at the two shift linkage parts and kind of try to estimate where they were. And, it worked when I put it back together. So I must have done somewhat of a decent job.
yeah.
But anyway, so I've done most of the mechanical work. A lot of the stuff I need to do to it has been done. So I now am able to start buying fun stuff for it, which is where the fun really starts, where you can start making the vehicle your own. For anyone that doesn't know, it's a full camper. It has a 2-burner stove. It has a fridge in it. It has a sink. It has 2 beds. And it's the size of more or less a regular vehicle. So it's really cool. But
And well, the big thing in the whole Vanagon world is making it your own, right? Kind
Yeah.
of tricking it out. It's like lowrider culture for hippies.
Yeah, pretty much. That's that's a good call. So the seats in it, I bought this a couple years ago from the guy who owned it before me lived in California. So this is a California van. It was there from 1985 when it was built until the guy moved out here in 2020. He ended
Not
up
doing a lot to step on my thesis here.
Hey, you know what? That's fine with me, man.
No, I'm kidding.
Far out, man. And the guy that had it before me, he ended up moving out of the country, didn't want to deal with moving the van with him, so he literally gave it to his friend. And his friend was actually moving out of the country as well. He knew nothing about this van because he didn't touch it once the guy gave it to him. So he basically just wanted to unload it without knowing really anything about it, which is both a blessing and a curse because that means I didn't know any of the history of the van. But I also was able to get it for a bit cheaper than probably if he did, even though I
was going to say, hopefully you snagged a deal.
Oh, I definitely snagged a deal. I definitely had to still put some money into it, but basically with the money I spent and the money I've put into it, it's about what it would have cost me by putting the money into it now. So it's more or less a wash, but I got to learn how to do it, and that's, the fun part. And so like I was saying,
It's about the journey, man.
it really is. It's about the journey, not the destination, because guess what? You are not going to be doing 65 miles per hour unless you're driving downhill and the wind's blowing you down. So we're getting to the point where I can do some fun stuff to it, and the seat upholstery isn't the best. And once I have some decent money, I will probably have the seats completely reupholstered and have them, looking new again. But to
This thing smells like piss, man.
It does not smell like piss. Thank you. It actually smells pretty good. And so I bought some seat covers for the seats, and they're like $400 seat covers that I found on Mercari, which is essentially another eBay alternate. And this person they had them for sale for, I don't know, 6 months or so, and they never sold. And I happened to just kind of poke on there about a month or so ago, and I saw them. They were asking $100 for them. I figured I'd lowball them and throw 50 at them, and maybe we'd meet somewhere in the middle. They accepted my $50 offer right off the bat, so here we go.
Love when that happens.
Yeah, getting $350, $400 seat covers for $50. Cool. Person messages me a couple days later, like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm out on vacation. Can I get this back to you? The big thing in Mercari is you have 72 hours to ship after you've sold it. And if you don't, then the transaction cancels, blah, 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 blah. The person told me, I forgot to put up an away message, this or that. Do you mind? And I don't care. My van's in storage right now for the winter. So whatever. Sure. So, time passes, things happen. She said, normally I have my sister, she'll be able to run over because she apparently, the woman I bought it from owns a small retail shop. She said, my sister usually goes over and ships stuff out, but we just got almost 3 feet of snow, which is accurate from where she was living. And she's like, hey, my sister has a newborn. So if you don't mind, could I just wait until I get back? Yeah, whatever. Moving along. This about 3 weeks pass. Finally, the stuff gets shipped out. Again, I don't really care. It shows up. I'm like, cool. I'm getting, excited to kind of look at it. I knew I wasn't going to toss them on right now because the process is a little more involved than just sliding a seat cover over the top of the seat. And they show up, and I pick up the package, and I'm like, this does not feel like seat covers. This is kind of weird. I'm like, whatever. Maybe it's just, tools needed to install it. I don't know. So I quickly, I bring it inside. I open up the box, and I just open it, and I just stare for a good 15 seconds. The gears in my head are trying to turn, but it's like there's, a metal rod stuck, and like my brain's just not comprehending what I'm looking at. And so finally,
it's a severed head. I'm going to be very upset.
I will. Hey, Wayne's World.
Yeah.
So it was just a random box of odds and ends of van parts. It was like an old ashtray. It was some trim pieces.
She saw the box in the garage labeled van stuff and just shipped it, basically.
I don't know, because at that point, I know nothing. All I know is I spent money on seat covers. It has taken over a month. They have arrived, and they are not what I paid for. So I very quickly shoot her a message and go, hey, I don't think you sent me the right package. At least I hope you didn't send me the right package. In my mind, I was like, if there's more than $50 in van parts here, whatever, I'll just call it a wash because Vanagon parts are pretty expensive. But it was just kind of junk parts. But so she quickly messages me back in a couple minutes and goes, oh my God, I am so sorry. She said, this is the last time I asked my boyfriend to ship anything out. She's like, I'm gone. I'll be back tomorrow and I'll send it right out. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm like, it was just very confusing. She's like, I'm going to have a talk with him. And to be fair, essentially what you had said, the box on it said VW parts. So this guy saw the box, grabbed it, didn't even bother opening it, taped it, put a label on it, shipped it out.
I was gonna say this seems like too much of a hustle and effort to
exactly.
squeeze you for $50.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I know I'm not getting scammed because, and if I was, and they're putting this much effort into getting $50,
right?
Good for them.
Exactly. It's almost worth the effort at this point.
Exactly. Just for the story, you know what? Sure, $50, great. So, thankfully she overnighted the seat covers. They showed up. They look essentially brand new. So she had bought them with the idea that she was going to do the same thing that I did. She put them on the seats and didn't really like how they looked. So she just went ahead and spent the money to have the seats reupholstered. And she just decided to get rid of them. And, I kind of lucked out.
Your game?
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully the snow is gone here. I'm kind of waiting a little bit before I do anything with the van because I know we're at that part of winter where I'm going to get hit with 1 or 2 more big storms. And I don't want to be caught working on the van in the middle of that. So what may have started out as a chump of the week scenario, I am going to give her, she started as a chump, and I'm going to say she ended the week as a champ. So,
all right. Well, I don't have a proper drop for that, Wyatt, but good job, Vanagon lady person.
Well, we're going to have to get you to dub over the Mort Krim chump of the week and just insert champ.
Yeah, I don't even have anything close. Oh, man. All of my things are negative.
Yeah, you know what? No big deal. But anyway, so after that very long and winding chump/champ of the week, let's get into some of our topics. And what would you rather talk about first, Nick? Do you want to talk about the Steam sale or do you want to talk about baseball?
Oh, let's do Steam sale real quick because I can run down all the stuff that I got, and you can tell me the deals of stuff that I need to get.
Yeah, sure. So today, or not today, do you know how long the Steam sale is running?
Started on Friday and goes through the 26th, so the day after this comes out.
All right, so you'll have you will have a day to pick
You
up
have
some of these
24 hours.
deals once you listen
Yep.
to this. So what have you added and or bought or thinking you're
March
going to buy?
26th at 10 a.m. it ends.
Eastern time, I assume. Or is that Central time because it's Steam?
I don't know. We'll go with that. I just, as is standard, I just go through and scoop up the deals of stuff that even if I just might play it and it's such a good deal that I can't pass it up, I grab it. So Worms WMD, I think was $2. That was a no-brainer. I think
Didn't
you
have
and
that
I
yet?
and Buddy West were talking about the Worms series when
Yeah.
you were here in Chicago. I got Gunbrella, which is a pretty cool looking retro 2D platformer shooter type of thing about a gentleman with, wait for it, a gunbrella.
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
plot
right?
twist.
Just Cause 2 was $1.99, so I grabbed that for whatever reason. The Resident Evil 3 remake was $4, so had to grab that. Haven't played that yet.
Yep.
And the Call of Duty Modern Warfare remake, I think, was also $4 or $5. I haven't played it. I haven't played Modern Warfare since the original Modern Warfare, so that was what the hell.
I assume that is that one has the campaign. It's not just online.
Oh, was that a thing I should have been looking at?
I don't know. I know that
God.
one of the that they did was just online. Actually, look, I just clicked on Steam.
I just wanted to play all gillied up, damn it. It's
Yep,
got a
no,
218
it does have a
gig
campaign.
install. It better
Yeah.
have something. God
Yeah,
damn.
no, it's because with all the Call of Duty stuff, they also install like the Warzone and everything.
Yeah, well, you're getting like all the online. I don't even understand how it works. I just feel like it's a way for them to take up such a significant amount of your hard drive that you're forced to just live in their ecosystem.
But yes, to answer my own question, yes, you will. It is the campaign too. So
got it. And then I still haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I have RV There Yet sitting in my cart right now, alongside another game that I really don't know anything about, but was $4, so I added it. Remnant from the Ashes, which was listed as a Souls-like / shooter. Certainly looks very high in the graphical fidelity department, especially for a game marked down 90% to $4. So, yeah, what the hell? Let's add that, right?
Yeah,
and then
give it a
RV There Yet just looked like weird online co-op comedy. I don't know what, but it looked fun.
Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, RV There Yet is I believe 1 to 4 player first person co-op game where you are driving an RV across increasingly difficult terrain, and your partners are either trying to build bridges for you to drive across or trying to hinder you.
All the characters look like Walter Sobchak from The Big Lebowski smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. All your characters smoke cigarettes pretty much the entire time. It's one of those I can't think of what this genre is called, but it's basically just kind of dumb co-op games that are fun to play with friends. You see a lot of it, like content warning, repo, just these Peak, just these co-op games that aren't necessarily amazing, but it's something that you may get 5 to 10 hours of.
It seems
fun
like just
with
stupid fun that you would have either couch or online co-op. It's just listed as tagged on Steam, multiplayer co-op funny adventure.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I actually have that added to my cart too, because that's been something that I've been eyeballing for a while. And as everyone knows, we always talk about playing games with each other, and we never do, but hopefully at some point...
well, that's what Steam sales are all about, man. Deals that you can't pass up on games that you eventually won't play.
It's content. It gives us more stuff for Backlog Buster Brothers
stuff to talk
10
about.
years down the road.
What about you? What did you get? Anything cool?
I also got Resident Evil 3, the remake. I also
that was a must-buy for $4, man. I couldn't get that one past me.
It's not as good as the I've played it on either PS4 or Xbox. It's not as good as the Resident Evil 2 remake, but I think that's more because Resident Evil 2 is better than Resident Evil 3. But it's the same exact engine.
I played the Resident Evil 2 remake and the Resident Evil 4 remake, but
Oh,
obviously
so this is definitely a no-brainer for $4.
Yeah, so it was perfect. Yeah.
So other than that, I got Buckshot Roulette, which I don't know if you've heard of.
I feel like that might have been on my wish list, but I haven't.
I'd say add that if you want to. It's 40% off right now. It's $1.79.
$1.79. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I will add that to the old cart. I can live with that. This looks disturbing and fun.
It's very disturbing and it's not for the, I guess, faint of heart, really.
Play Russian roulette with a 12-gauge shotgun. 4 enter, 1 leaves. Roll the dice with your life. Good luck. This looks like Deer Hunter.
Yeah, essentially, yes. So I added that, and then for some reason, I looked through all of my different online or PC libraries, and I never bought this, but I picked up the Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition for $5.
You know, I saw that was on the sale list, and cool. Okay, so it looks like I can update my edition to the Ultimate Edition for 99 cents.
Oh, look at that.
Ha 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 ha.
Might as well. And Fallout New Vegas is, a lot of people consider the best first-person shooter Fallout. It was, I believe, Obsidian was the developer for this one, which a lot of people think Obsidian does better like dialogue and stuff than Bethesda does.
Obsidian are the original Fallout studio. Am I saying that correctly? Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah, and they've since moved on to make the Outer Worlds or Wilds.
It's Outer
Worlds or Wilds.
Worlds, I believe.
I can't remember which one it is. That I think is very Fallout-esque. I haven't played that one either, but I think as of Fallout 4, totally different company and studio and everything in between.
Yeah, yep. Outer Worlds 1 and 2 they also are involved with.
I'm guessing New Vegas maybe has. Do they have any add-ons to put in show content now and everything?
I don't know. I mean, I know Fallout 76 does the online Fallout game. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a huge mod community for New Vegas, so I'm sure people have added show stuff into this.
Oh yeah, the mod community is probably still massive, isn't it?
It is. Fallout New Vegas apparently is a really good one to mod. And do you own Fallout 4?
Yes, I have it wrapped on the shelf. Bought for PlayStation 4, however long it came out. I mean, god dang, man. I bought that definitely before we moved to California and certainly before Illinois. So yeah, I've had that wrapped for like 7 years and haven't touched it.
That's not
bad. One day,
yeah.
He says.
Well, I was going to say, if you get it for PC, there's actually a gigantic mod that turns Fallout 4 into Fallout London.
I've read a lot about it.
Yeah, apparently that's a great mod. I haven't had a chance to download it yet, but I've heard really good things about it.
I have to imagine I very well might own Fallout 4 somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it was added. Do I have it? Probably. But just say I feel like it was always on sale for a while. Yeah, I only have Fallout 3 on PC. But yeah, so I don't really think there's a whole lot else. I haven't done a huge, deep dive
I just
into
scan
the Steam sale,
I just scan the cheap deals. I try not to spend a bunch of money, and everybody's saying buy Marathon now, so I suppose I'll be looking into that on PS5 or Xbox. Probably.
I'm still on the fence.
Yeah, we'll see. If you know what, I'll wait for everybody to say, "All right, this is it. We're actually gonna play. Be there Friday at 6," and then maybe I'll go, "Okay, I'll buy it." But I got to stop myself from buying games with best laid plans that never materialize. Basically,
that's usually how it works.
Yeah, like Battlefield 6.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't hop on that train. That was. Yeah.
I have like a solid 20 minutes into that game, Wyatt, so I don't want to hear it.
Hey, at least you bought it full price.
Yep.
One last deal that I just saw that I'm probably not going to hop on, but Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, the twin pack is on sale right now for $48, which isn't too bad for the first two of the Final Fantasy VII Remake
I gotta
trilogy.
get just a sale on a copy of Integrate for PS5 or something, because This may shock you. Still haven't played the first one that's sitting on my shelf. Or I
Only a
have
little
like
shocked.
4 or 5 hours into it and then got sidelined and never went back.
Well, Intergrade's on sale right now for $20 on.
I played the first one. I'll finish it on PS5, and I'll probably just stay on PS5 for the series.
Yeah,
But,
that makes sense.
meh. I
All
want to
right.
talk about baseball and baseball-related things and baseball-related food because I'm looking at all this awesome stuff that you mentioned.
Yeah, so as I had said at the beginning of the episode, when you listen to this, hopefully on Wednesday, it will be opening night, which I think is the New York Yankees visiting the San Francisco Giants.
Can
The
I touch
baseball
on this real
season-
quick?
Yeah, go for
Is
it.
it not early? Are we really? Are we opening up in March? Like it just feels early to me. I think of opening day being like the second week in April.
Opening day is usually the first week in April because I think minor league baseball usually opens the second
Well,
week
it
of
just
April.
I'm thinking of like home opener might be the second week kind of thing. Depends when your opening day is.
Yeah, cold weather teams is a little different, but I think it might be starting a little bit early because there wasn't I think the past few years, and I'm probably going to be wrong, but I think the past at least couple of years there was a series in Japan that usually like started the season a couple weeks early, and then it was really weird how it worked. But obviously with the World Baseball Classic this year, I think that kind of plays into the start time. But yeah,
I'm all for it. I'll take more baseball over less.
Absolutely. So yeah, Wednesday is going to be opening night, and then Thursday is opening day. But you sent me earlier today an image of, I think there's 6 stadiums that are going to be trying to sell the 999 challenge. And
heavy quotations around that.
Yes, I was going to
it's the
say that,
the Instagramification of everything. You can't just have anything cool anymore. We have to turn it into a revenue stream. And all right, so the 999 challenge, for anybody that doesn't know, is you go to a baseball game and you have 9 innings to drink 9 beers and eat 9 hot dogs. What the MLB is doing is selling you what they're calling, I think, the 999 challenge box, which is 9 hot dogs and beers, but they look to be 4 to 6 ounce like tasting pours of beers, and the hot dogs are like, I don't know, a third of the size.
Yeah, those are they're like a little bit bigger than cocktail wieners, really.
I would say the whole thing is maybe 3.5 to 4 hot dogs of normal size and a couple tall boys of beers, maybe.
Yeah. It's probably 2 beers. I'm looking at the photo right now. It's probably 4 hot dogs and 2 actual beers.
2 tall beers. I'll give them
2
tall boys.
Yes.
Let's say they're 4-ounce pours. Yeah, it sucks. Honestly, I did laugh at someone commenting like this would be a great 1-inning challenge.
I was gonna say do 9 of those in 9 innings.
Yeah.
Trying to see if I can.
It devalues the whole thing. The 999 challenge, that's a real challenge that has existed for years, and now you're just cheapening it. Now everybody's going to say they can do it.
Yeah, I'm not finding what the actual size of these are, but it's not. Yeah,
it's clearly small, and they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for it.
Beers.
Yeah, it's not a team doing it. It's the MLB too, which makes it probably worse.
It's one of the vendors that I think it's Levy Foods or Levy Restaurants that I don't know if they have like every because this is only happening in 5 or 6.
Right. Stadiums. Well, so it's that whoever their vending supplier is for those
Levy Restaurants, I think,
teams.
is the one that does this. But so the 5 that I know of so far, it's going to be Citi Field for the Mets, Citizens Bank Park for the Phillies, Coors Field for the Rockies, Dakin Park for the Astros, and Kauffman Stadium for the Royals are going to be having this. And I'm sure you will see other teams hopping on board with this, especially if all of the quote-unquote influencers start posting their videos and it gains traction, then you're definitely going to see other teams hop on board.
Well, I just laughed at this guy reposting it on Blue Sky. He just wrote, "I don't want to hear shit about liability or safety. You either do this right with full-length dogs and minimum 12-ounce beers, or you don't. Get these insulting cocktail wieners and tasting flights out of my face. Amen, brother."
So
But you had some other
over-
cool baseball
Yeah.
foods that are like debuting this year. That's what I was really interested in.
Yeah, I figured we'll play. This isn't really a game. It's more Wyatt talks to Nick, and Nick says if it's something that he would try.
Yeah, let's decide if we would eat these. Da, da,
So I
da.
found. Yeah, I should have talked about this earlier, so you could have had some cool intro music for it.
That's
but,
all right.
So I've got 5 different teams that I looked up. There were many other teams that had stuff, but I didn't want to sit here for 2.5 hours going over every team. So I picked.
I think you got some good
stuff
highlights
that-
here.
I think so. So we're starting with the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're going to be serving this year the Take Me Out to the Ball Game milkshake. That is a salted caramel milkshake,
Mhm.
whipped cream, peanut butter sandwich cookies, Kit Kat
Like-
bars, and
Okay.
Cracker Jacks.
Peanut butter sandwich cookies being like the not a nutter
It's
butter,
all
but
like kind of crushed. Yeah, I think it's kind of
is
like
it like
a
is that the cookie that looks like the peanut
Yes.
with the peanut butter cream in the middle? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
you're thinking of, I think the Nutty Buddy is the
Yeah,
Little
that's
Debbie
different.
snack. Yeah.
I can get into this. I'm not a caramel person. That's just me. But this is a hell of a lot more appropriate than a sushi milkshake that we were talking about last week. So
Yeah, I
I don't
didn't
have
even-
anything to complain about that.
I didn't even want to add that one because
I'm not ever going to be a guy that's like, "Oh, this is a hot day and I'm sitting on the bleachers." Sure could go for a nice giant, thing of dairy full of cookies and Kit Kats and Cracker Jacks. That's just me. It's just I can't do that. But at
That's me
least it's a
because I'm
milkshake that
broken.
sounds delicious if you want a milkshake.
Yeah, I will say all the stuff that I put down for this, I don't think any of it's really gross stuff. I don't know. I just wanted to find some of the fun things, or maybe some of the things that were like, ooh, why?
Well, yeah, function and taste first.
Yes.
Instagrammability second, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know. Sadly, I didn't find any of the prices for these things, but I'm almost going to guarantee you all of this is at least $25 to $30. I mean, the milkshake might be 15, maybe
yeah,
more,
God.
but yeah, none of this stuff's going to be cheap. I'll tell you that.
Well, next you have my Cubs. Well, not
yes,
my
so-
Cubs, but they're nearby me.
Your hometown Cubs. Yes, so moving over to Chicago, over to Wrigley Field, we've got the Bao, B-A-O, Wow Dog, which is a char-grilled Vienna beef hot dog inside of a soft bao bun with Heinz mustard slaw and crispy tempura sport peppers.
I can get into this.
I think that's a definite go.
I mean, what's not to like there? Honestly,
exactly.
It's just a bao bun.
It's just a
as a
bao
hot
bun.
dog.
That's really the only thing that's different. I guess maybe the tempura sport pepper, which
I mean,
whatever.
yeah, sport peppers will go great though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know they'll go great in a hot dog, but I just meant tempura fried and in the bao bun, you get a little texture that you don't have in the bun. I want to eat that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
So you're gonna have to go to. We're gonna have to send you to Wrigley for the show, for the podcast. I don't
You
care
pay,
about
I
the ball
go.
game. No, the listeners. will pay. And then we have the chicken and churros, which is crispy fried chicken thighs with golden brown churros, ancho syrup, and fresh strawberries. Seems like
Okay.
a take on the chicken and waffles. So
Yeah,
I'm
take on Wyatt's favorite dish. There's nothing to be
Yeah.
mad at there. You would
just
eat
need a
that,
lot
I'm
of maple
sure.
syrup, a ton of maple syrup on top of that, and then it'd be perfect. But
I mean, who's not going to like deep fried chicken with deep fried churros? That's kind of it's taking the waffle and just adding another layer of greasy deep fried golden deliciousness. So what's not to love?
exactly. After that, let's go take a trip down to Will Smith's sunny Miami.
Bienvenido a Miami.
Ah, man, we really should have worked on these drops. So
They're
going to
human
have-
drops, Wyatt.
Yeah, believe me, I've dropped a lot. Anyway, they have. It's called the Machete, not named after Danny Trejo. I am sad to.
No,
announce.
this is a very famous like Cuban type sandwich.
Yes,
isn't
it is.
Isn't it?
Yes.
It's a machete.
Yes. It is a 2-foot homemade flour tortilla griddled on the flat top with mozzarella and Oaxaca cheese, house marinated carne asada, smoky guajillo pepper sauce, salsa verde, and cilantro served in a custom carrying case.
Now that's interesting. So I bet it's like just like a folded cardboard suitcase kind of thing, but
It is.
it's gonna you got to feel awesome walking around the stadium with it though.
I can't imagine that's gonna be $50. Like
At least. That's why I like, yeah, I mean, I feel like minor league games are fun because they do this silly stuff, but you can actually afford to try it.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, this stuff is, aside from the price of tickets, although the Marlins have fairly cheap tickets because nobody goes to watch them.
Oh yeah, I can go to a White
But-
Sox game plenty cheap. It's if I want to see the Cubbies, that's going to be $200.
I think it was nothing else. Yeah, there's nothing else for them. So then we're gonna move on to see what our teams were doing, and we will start with your Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, mine's awesome. Yours is boring. Go ahead.
Hey, go to hell. So Baltimore's doing crab smash tacos, which is Camden Yards signature crab cakes pressed into corn tortillas and grilled a la plancha, served with a crab consomme for dipping.
Yeah,
Which sounds like nothing for me because I don't touch this stuff. But
well, I mean, it sounds like it's just a crab cake shoved in a tortilla. Honestly,
yes.
What the hell is crab consomme?
uh,
They're trying to go for like a birria type experience.
I think
here,
so.
but like I don't really know what you. Is it just a really strong crab shellfish stock?
I was gonna say
probably
probably just crab stock.
I'm gonna guess that it's like a Maryland crab soup base and just a shitload of extra Old Bay dumped in there, and that's what you're supposed to do, like dip it in there. Despite the fact that I talk shit about your offering, yeah, this is probably the most kind of I don't know novelty one that we've mentioned so far. This is the most novelty-esque. This kind of sucks, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not great, and you make fun of mine, but remember, mine can be enjoyed in nice air conditioning inside.
Which is
It is the Tampa Bay Rays are going to be serving an Oreo brownie milkshake, which is essentially what it sounds like. It's a chocolate soft serve milkshake in an Oreo rimmed cup with a mini ice cream cone and brownie triangle on top.
Yeah.
Which it's a basic fancy, it's a less fancy take me out to the ball game milkshake.
there's nothing to screw anything up there though. And
No.
they didn't include mint or any nonsense like you people like, so I'm for it.
But yeah, so every year we get this weird Instagrammable stuff from Major League Baseball teams just trying to draw more money to the concession stands. And what they really need to do is they need to follow the Savannah Bananas route when it comes to food, which would never work. But if you're unfamiliar, the Savannah Bananas.
I am not familiar.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No.
So
Well,
for
I'm
Nick
familiar with
and
the bananas, but not
Yes.
their food game.
Yes. So for Nick and all of the listeners that are unfamiliar with the Savannah Bananas, for their games, their tickets are all-in prices. They may have changed seating, but I think everything else is the same. So essentially, you pay, let's say, $30 for a seat anywhere in the house, and that includes all-you-can-eat food and all-you-can-eat drinks. You go up to the concession stand. They have burgers, chicken fingers, hot dogs, and there's sodas, lemonades, water. And you just go up, you grab what you want, you go sit down, you come back up, and you grab what you want, sit down. I think you're limited to like 2 entrees at a time. I think it's more like they ask you to just grab no more than 2 things, and if you want more to come back. I believe beer you have to pay for, but all foods and drinks are included in your ticket price.
Amazing. And the way it should be done, damn it.
That is family entertainment, and that's one thing.
Well, yeah,
that
if you could take
Savannah
your
Bananas
2 kids
say.
and spouse to the ball game and know what you're going to get out for versus getting there and now you're going to get dipped into for another couple $100 in concessions kind of thing. That's awesome. That's the way it should be.
And I'm actually going to, sadly, I don't think it's the actual bananas. So the bananas have expanded. There's now, I believe, 4 to 6 teams. I can't remember how many off the top of my head, but they've created essentially a banana ball league. And this is a way for them to get more money. So different teams are playing around the country in different places. And the stadium field, 10 minutes down the road from me, the Fisher Cats home fields, they're going to be hosting, I believe it's the Coconuts and the Firefighters for a 3-game series in June. So I picked up tickets to all 3 of those games because I'm part of the K Club, which stands for potassium because bananas have potassium.
I love it.
Yeah. So I'm part of the K Club for the bananas, so I get in on the every year. And, being 10 minutes down the road, why the heck wouldn't I just get tickets to all 3 games? So I'm Kind of looking forward to
I'm
that.
looking. I wanted to look and see if I could find a picture of this crab smash taco thing, and it looks
looks
okay
fine.
visually. It looks like they're doing because they're doing like the grilled fold over on the plancha kind of thing. So it very much does look like a quesadilla type thing. That's what they're going for.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. You did not mention here though that for the new season they're debuting something called the Big Scrap Burger.
I
And
didn't see that when I was looking for stuff.
Classic ballpark burger with 2 smashed beef patties topped with American cheese, lettuce, onion, pickle, house-made brick sauce, whatever that is, just looks like special sauce, and a crispy fried scrapple patty.
I mean, I'd eat that all day.
Yes, I want this. I want this so freaking bad. This is going to be amazing. I take anything bad I said about the crab smash tacos back. They put a fried scrapple burger at the ballpark menu. This is amazing, Wyatt.
Yeah, I
We need to
didn't
go.
see it when I was looking at stuff. I did not see that. I'll absolutely go to an
Do you
Orioles
know?
game.
Do you know? You live in the right part of the world to know what scrapple is. I'm sure.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
Everything but the oink.
Yep.
It's what's left over after they make hot dogs.
Exactly. It's the real good stuff.
I grew up on Scrapple, and I love Scrapple. And a fried piece of Scrapple on a burger, shit.
That sounds delicious. Yeah.
Everybody's
so,
disgusted now.
You know what? That's fine. Everyone's disgusting. But yeah, so baseball season starts soon. I don't know how you're feeling about your Baltimore Orioles, but I fairly certain my Rays aren't going to do a whole lot this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least you got Jordan Westburg. Oh, he's not. Oh yeah. Well, at least you got a lot of young guys.
Holiday can throw again since he had that chip bone in his hand or whatever. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Let's make a bet with each other. It's the beginning of the
Okay.
season. I mean, your team definitely is better than. I mean, I don't know. Depends on how the O's play, and my team could come out. So I don't know what we want to bet, but
Okay, well, how about this? I mean, we're entering into opening week, so for next week, I will come back with stakes. What are we gonna say with final record at the end of the season?
yeah, we'll just say fun. Yeah, and end of the season record.
Maybe do a little bonus for the first series. Eh?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, all right. I'll look into this. We'll come back next week. Baseball will be a running theme for as long as we continue running the show and while it's going on.
Speaking about coming back, I assume you've probably hit your limit and need to use the bathroom.
If we want to do that prior to getting into Backlog, I would love to.
We might as well.
All right. We'll be right back, everyone.
Breast cancer afflicts millions of women every year. We at RJ Morris want to help. This month, every time you smoke a pack of pink cigarettes, we'll donate a half cent to breast cancer research.
I'm smoking for my mom.
I'm smoking for my grandma.
I'm smoking for my daughter, so when she grows up, she won't have to deal with cancer.
Why is RJ Morris doing this? Because we care. That's why.
We want to do more to help than just walk.
Join us.
Don't think of RJ Morris as a corporation. Think of us as a friend who cares about breast cancer.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us in the fight against breast cancer. And this month only, try RJ Morris Pink Chewing Tobacco. We're not exploiting anything, we just care about you.
Welcome back, everybody. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be taking that or Wyatt, but I am back from my weekly break. Hopefully I inserted something as amusing as the Faith Plus One commercial that I laughed at in my car last week while listening to our episode. But Wyatt, I believe it is time for everybody's favorite segment, Backlog Buster Brothers.
You are right, Nick. And let's start off hot, I think. You assigned me Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, the Gore Verbinski movie.
I almost
starring
forgot that
Sam
I assigned
Rockwell.
this to you last week because you watched it so quickly. Like, I think we finished recording, and later that night, you're like, oh, what a great movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been wanting to. I want first trailer, so I mean, I needed to hop on it as soon as I could.
Yeah, I'll let you give kind of the outline, then I'll be really excited to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, not to give too much away, but the high-level synopsis is essentially Sam Rockwell plays a man from the future who takes some hostages at a Los Angeles diner and says that there's the perfect combination of people in this diner to help him save the world from, spoiler, an AI takeover. And essentially, very early on...
somewhere within the diner of everyone working in there at this point in time, there's a combination of, I think, 5 people plus him that will make the correct combination to save the world, right?
Yes, and he says very early on that he has tried this many times and he has not figured out the right combination, but he will find the right combination. So
yeah, he's on like his 119th run through kind of thing.
Yeah, but he will figure it out. So essentially, he has a device that enables him to time loop back to the start of where this movie is to try again over and over again. But the idea is every time he leaves that timeline, the people in the timeline he left still exist, and they are basically just screwed with whatever happens. This was a fun movie.
They have to continue on in the BIS timeline, as it were.
They stay on in their timeline. Sam Rockwell goes back in time and tries again. It's essentially an alternate dimension multiverse theory, where there's concurrently
like a little bit of Groundhog Day type thing mixed with 12 Angry Monkeys.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I think that probably works. I really enjoyed this movie for a few different reasons. It
hit on a number of levels, didn't it?
Yeah. Sam Rockwell is great. I've loved him in everything he is. He seems like he had a lot of fun playing this character, and I really hope that he did, and he's just not that good of an actor. Like, this seems like a role that he could have actually really had fun with.
He chews on everything he's in, man. The guy dances in every damn movie. I don't even know, maybe this was the one movie where he didn't dance.
As I said, I don't remember him dancing. He may have, but I don't think he did.
Yeah, but agreed. Sam Rockwell's wonderful in everything.
Yeah.
Go watch Moon if you never have.
Just watch anything with Sam Rockwell. He was in, oh gosh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
All right, that whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but he was in it.
It was, and it didn't stand up to the book as much, but it was still good.
It was never going to. It didn't even stand up to the BBC series,
which strangely I've never watched. But we digress.
We do digress. But so it was a really fun movie. It did a little bit of callback, or I guess jumping back in time. You meet a character, you see them go through what's going on in the present, and then it cuts back to like 3 days ago. This is what this character was doing, and it essentially shows you how they end up in the diner.
Yeah, I liked how they did it. So it just kind of opens in the diner, and holy shit, here's Sam Rockwell, and he's in from the future, and we don't really know what's going on. But then throughout the movie, you check in with these characters from the diner and get to learn, what their story is leading up into that moment that led them to sit at that diner at that moment, kind of thing.
Yeah, and it needs to not be discounted that Sam Rockwell's character looks like maybe a homeless schizophrenic person. So he just breaks into this diner and just starts yelling and saying all these things. So he looks like he's just off his rocker. So everyone in the diner is very clearly, whoa, what's going on with this
he's
guy?
got like a see-through trench coat with tubes and water coming out of it, and he just looks completely insane. Is he just a nutcase? Is he some random homeless guy? What is going on here for these people that are just sitting here in a diner listening to all this all of a sudden?
Yeah, the movie had something to say, which, whatever. It's something we've talked about and a lot of people talk about. Essentially, AI is terrible. It's going to come for us all if it's not reined in.
But it's not. It's not that doomer bullshit of this all-knowing, all-powerful being that we have to be careful of. It's very responsible and intelligent in so much as that it blames the people there in the diner, and he's like, "You are all stupid. This is your fault. Look at you. You can't even look up from your phone right now while there's some nutcase yelling at you in the middle of the diner," kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah, it's essentially a talk, social commentary on AI, but also a social commentary on how we are all just addicted to the
Technology addiction, algorithm
microcomputers in our
addictions,
hands.
feedback loops, all that crazy garbage.
Yeah, one of the characters, Michael Pena, who I believe was in Ant-Man. He's been in a bunch of stuff. But he plays a substitute teacher, and he's walking through the classroom, and he sees the students on their phones, and there's this one girl, I believe, he's looking at her phone, and it's TikTok. It's some type of, video short app she's using, and she's just like rapid scrolling through everything. She just, quickly types on some girl's video, like, you should kill yourself, and then keeps going and just, and it's just rapid fire, like, just no attention span.
Yeah, and it's very clever in so much as you think that you're just getting that, and the kids are dumb and stupid young people, and they're vacant expressions. But then it quickly changes gears completely for fun reasons. So don't just think that it's some boring movie beating you over the head with a message that you don't need, because it's not that at all.
No, it's a message we do need. No,
yes,
but it's
doing it in a clever way versus just saying,
yes.
Look how dumb the kids are that are addicted to their phones. That would be very easy to do and wouldn't take on anyone.
No, Gore Verbinski, I think, did a really good job with this movie. I think it was very well shot. The music in it, I think, played really well, and just giving Sam Rockwell the reins and having him go, that guy can do a role almost like no other.
He's just so affable, charming. He's easy to root for. I think I'm trying to remember. I'm just pulling it up now. Gore Verbinski probably most famous for the Pirates movies.
Pirates of the
right?
Caribbean.
He did the first 3.
Yep. He also did Rango, the Johnny Depp cartoon.
Oh, good movie.
Yeah.
The Mexican with Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts. Not so much. Looks like he directed that.
He also
wrote
directed
and directed A Cure for Wellness, which I know was supposed to be good. And it looks like his fallout with Disney may have happened when he made 2013's The Lone Ranger.
Yeah, he also did The Ring. He did The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. He did The Weatherman with Nick Cage. So he has.
I remember that.
Yeah, he has a lot of stuff to his credit. And I think, he also did Mouse Hunt back in '97. I didn't realize that was him. That's a movie you got to watch if you haven't seen that before.
Do people remember that The Lone Ranger existed with Johnny Depp playing Tonto and Armie Hammer as the Lone Ranger?
Probably not.
That's probably a movie better left forgotten. It only lost $150 million in marketing and production costs.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch that maybe.
One of the biggest box office bombs of all time. Yes, I agree. We should watch that at some point. That's a really good example, actually, because Armie Hammer is someone that you can't root for at all. No. Versus Sam Rockwell, who you really want to see do well in all things.
Yes. Yeah, no, Sam Rockwell in this movie, him and Haley Lou Richardson, who is in the show that recently just came out, Ponies, which I think before.
I recognize her from something, but I couldn't place it.
She's also
You're in breaking up.
A lot of
That's
stuff.
What you are.
Yeah, it looks like I'm dropping out. That's cool. How about now?
No, you're fine now.
All right, well, let's make sure we cut that out.
No editing needed.
Oh, great. Awesome. She was in Ponies. She was in The White Lotus. She was in Split. And Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. She was a lot of fun in this movie. She was it seemed like she was a background character, and then, she kind of takes front center stage, and I think she does really well with the role she was given.
I thought she was used as a plot device at first in a really lame way, that they make her character allergic to Wi-Fi and I guess Wi-Fi
technology,
radio signals and technology, as they say, that her nose will start bleeding if she gets too close to somebody using a cell phone, which sounds like a really lazy, poor plot device. But once again, they kind of play with it in a way that you're not expecting. So I was so out of left field on this movie. I knew nothing about it and just head over heels. And it sounds like you felt the same way.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I don't know who I was talking to. It might have been my buddy Derek when we were at the movie theater, and I told him that he needed to watch this movie. Like, I really hope, and I'm sure, I guess I should say, I really hope that this is a one and done movie. This does not turn.
Yeah,
This does not a spin-off. This does not turn into anything else. Like, as a standalone legacy movie, like, this was great. And this is what I miss about, cinema, movies.
Well,
is
unfortunately,
original
it's
ideas.
it's something of a demonstration of why studios don't take risks, I think, because it did not do well in theaters at all as a standalone original property. Uh, but apparently its marketing budget got nixed at the very last second. So it basically released to a few thousand theaters with a lot of people having no idea that it existed.
And I'm sure Nick has expertly cut out something because my internet sucks and I hate Comcast with the Fire of a Thousand Suns.
Hey, wait. So you can tell everybody that now you have a chump because you previously had a champ.
But Comcast, I already named my chump of forever like a month ago. So that they're just perpetually a chump.
And you are my chump of the week.
Chump.
You just really wanted to get that drop in this.
I just really wanted to play the drop, yes.
So as I was trying to say about 100 different times, and maybe Comcast just doesn't want me to say this, but I think this might be one of those movies that gets a second life either on streaming or becomes kind of more of a cult classic.
I hope it finds an
it's a
audience.
genuinely good movie.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I don't put a lot of stock in Rotten Tomatoes stuff, but it has an 83%. Like it critics have liked it. The audiences that have seen it have liked it. It's just, as you said, I believe you said the marketing budget got slashed at the end. So
yeah, they pulled back on whatever they had committed for marketing. They slashed it like the last second, but the movie still released to say 2,000 or 2,500 theaters. Most people had no idea what it was. Apparently, I don't really understand how that works these days because it's not like people are finding out about movies via broadcast television. Maybe it's just the right
it's
YouTube,
like YouTube
ads.
and
I don't know.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, just scrolling through your short videos.
Yeah, I guess
and having the ad
most
pop
people
up.
are getting stuff fed to them, I guess. I'll try and be on top of stuff that might be coming down the pipe that I want to see, but it's kind of impossible to know about everything. I don't know where you land on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember finding this before it came out, but I don't think it was fed to me. I think it may have been fed to me through like a YouTube algorithm where it was just like trailer for this. It wasn't an ad that played or anything.
Yeah, well, I'll say if you're listening to this and you've heard our, description of the premise, stop there. Don't watch the trailer. Don't look into it any further.
Yep.
Just watch it. Just watch the movie.
If Sam Rockwell and a humorous take on the AI apocalypse sounds fun to you, just go ahead and watch that.
Yeah, it's like Live, Die, Repeat, but a comedy.
Yeah. So, Nick, I believe this segment might be a little short, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. I assigned you to play Cult of the Lamb this week.
Yep, and I still intend to do so. So I will talk to you about that next week. But for now, I'm really excited to talk about our assignments for this week because it ties back into our baseball chatter.
Baseball? That sounds fun.
Yes. So for this week, you will be watching, you'll continue with Dave the Diver, and hopefully when I come back next week to discuss my final thoughts on Cult of the Lamb, you will have some more to talk about with Dave the Diver. But we're going to pause game talk for this week and stick with baseball. I believe you have something baseball related for me, but I know I have one for you. I would like you to watch the movie Just a Bit Outside, a 2024 documentary about the story of the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers season.
Okay.
So I don't know what you know about the 82 Brewers. Pretty legendary crew and the run that they went on to almost win a World Series. But you're talking about some real heavy hitters of baseball, as it were. But the movie has like Paul Molitor, Pete Yukovich, Raleigh Fingers, Gorman Thomas. I'm just looking down the list here. Robin Yount, of course.
Yep.
But it also has people like Bud Selig, and who's the Brewers announcer guy whose name
Bob
escapes
Uecker?
me from Major League.
Bob Uecker.
Thank you. I already said Bob Uecker. Okay. Just if you love baseball, there is nothing that you won't love about this movie. So I already know straight out of the bat that you will just completely eat this up. It is everything about the magic of baseball. And that's what I think I liked it so much. How you can have everything perfectly on paper and just have it not go quite right. But for
That's kinda
whatever reason, you get this right combination, of guys that make up the gumbo, and they do more than anybody ever expected out of them. And that's the coolest part about baseball, and that's why I love baseball. And that's kind of what this is. It's, these guys were the island of misfit toys kind of in baseball at the time.
Yeah, wasn't that the team? Can't remember who they were, but weren't they called like Harvey's Wallbangers or something?
Yes. So it goes very much into that. And it
That's,
speaks to just the mysteries of baseball. Is they had a coach who was a great coach, a great baseball guy, and for whatever reason, it just didn't work. And none of the guys will say a bad thing about this dude. It's just they couldn't win ball games, and then brought in Harvey, and they start winning games. Same lineup, same guys. So they talk about that quite a bit in the movie. And just what makes that magic, and it's a fun romp. And nobody takes anything too seriously at the time, too. They talk about being really hungover going into the playoffs and stuff. Yeah, there's so much to chew on and enjoy here. And it's been a good 6-8 months since I first watched it. So I'll love to hear about it. I'm sure there's plenty I'm forgetting that you'll cash in on. But yeah, great baseball movie. Highly recommended for anybody who has any interest in the subject matter at all. And like any good documentary, it can be about anything. This one just happens to be about baseball.
But baseball documentaries are the best, period. So that just kinda adds to it. Yeah, no, that sounds great. That's kind of awesome because I'm always looking for new baseball documentaries to watch, and I have not watched that one yet.
Well, I guess
So-
the title is straight up, reference
Major
to
League.
to Euchre going just a bit outside, right? Yeah. So you got to love that.
So I want to assign you a baseball documentary, one that was probably one of my favorite documentaries I've watched in general. It's a 2014 documentary called The Battered Bastards of Baseball.
Okay.
I don't know if you know anything about this.
I don't, other than I know that I have seen the poster a bazillion times. Like going back to our streaming conversation. This movie is on my server, and I've passed it by a million times, but I've never even stopped to read the description. I think you or someone just told me I should check it out at some point, and I haven't gotten there yet.
Well, I think you're going to get there now.
I think I will. What's it about?
So the Battered Bastards of Baseball is about the Portland Mavericks, who were a minor league baseball team in Portland, Oregon. They played single A short season ball between, I believe, 73 and 77 or 78. I can't remember. It was owned by Bing Russell, who is Kurt Russell's dad. And
huge baseball family, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Kurt actually played for the team. They didn't have a major league affiliate. So unlike most minor league teams that you think of these days, they all have parent clubs that are in Major League
farm
Baseball.
Systems.
Yep. The Mavericks, they were just an independent team. They tossed together a minor league team, and they played against feeder clubs that had real prospects for major league teams. I don't really want to give really anything other than that away because, and I think some of the reviews have even said, like, if we didn't know that this was actually a true story, the turns that this team took, like, you would think it's a Hollywood
fantastical
movie.
to believe as real kind of thing.
And not
necessarily
in a good way either. Not necessarily in a good way. There's some cool things that happen for this team. There's a lot of crappy things that happen with this team, but just seeing it was great. I believe the directors were, I think it was Bing Russell's grandsons actually directed this. So it's kind of like a family, family affair.
Mhm.
And I think Kurt was interviewed a little bit for it, and there was a couple other guys that were involved in the team. And I think I'm probably going to go ahead and watch this again. I think I told you before that I watched this when it first came out, and I absolutely loved it. And it's one of those comfort things where anytime I can get more baseball, I'm going to. And yeah, it was a universally loved documentary. I think I haven't heard a bad thing about it in any reviews. Not that reviews matter, because you and I both like things that a lot of people think are crappy.
This is true. No, I would imagine this speaks a great deal, perhaps, for my baseball relegation idea. Any
Possibly.
given game that, a bunch of battered bastards can compete,
Yeah,
perhaps.
maybe.
I'm looking forward to it. We shall see.
Yeah, I think that's about where we're gonna end up.
Yeah, before Comcast just kicks you off for good.
Yeah, I kind of want to wrap up quick and get out of here, because you're already gonna have plenty of stuff to cut around at this point. So, yeah, no, thank you everyone for once again listening to our podcast. We Don't Have It Yet. Again, if you want to participate in our lovely handheld giveaway, just either shoot us an email at we don't have it yet at gmail.com or reach out to us on Blue Sky, we don't have it yet.com. Just send us a screenshot of a review that you've left for us, and we'll put you in for a drawing. And I believe, same as we did last time, we'll do it live on during the recording, I suppose.
Yeah,
of the
we'll
episode
pick it
next week
on the fly.
We'll pull a winner. Yeah.
Yeah. Farm engagement for us, and we'll give you free stuff.
Yeah. Let me give away some of Nick's handhelds he has, so you guys can help us find some more people listen to us. I feel like that's a pretty good
win-win
trade
for everyone.
All right, Nick, you got anything to say to the people before we go?
Love you.
Bye-bye.
See you next week, everybody.